Welcome to the Lincoln City Libraries. This video is a short tutorial on how to use the library's ScanPro3000 microfilm and microfiche scanning equipment located at the downtown library. Both the ScanPro3000 and the Minolta MS6000 microfilm machines can currently be found at the Bennett Martin Public Library in downtown Lincoln. At the time of this tutorial's creation, both types of machines are located on the second floor in the southwest corner. You can check with the staff at any service desk for assistance in locating these pieces of equipment. This video tutorial covers only the ScanPro3000. Look for a separate training video for the older Minolta MS6000 microfilm machine at a later date. The ScanPro3000 has highly functional software and can be used to scan individual microfilm and microfiche images, or automatically scan multiple consecutive pages of microfilm and microfiche images, up to an entire roll of film or an entire sheet of fiche. This video will help you to learn to scan individual images from microfilm. Look for a separate shorter video covering the use of the ScanPro3000 to auto-scan multiple images. Most of the operations of this equipment are the same for both single-image scans and auto-scans, so this specific tutorial will cover the basic operation of the ScanPro3000. You can ask for additional help from the library staff at the service desk, located not far from the microfilm workstation. Your first step is to turn on the ScanPro3000 and the attached computer and monitor, unless they are already on. The power button for the computer tower, located behind the ScanPro3000, is near the top on the front. The power button for the oversized monitor is at the bottom left corner of the monitor. If you can already see a small green light on the front of the ScanPro3000, it is on. If that green light is not on, the ScanPro3000's power switch is located near the bottom on the back side of the machine. You can either print out your scans on the attached printer at 10 cents per page, or you can save your scanned images in a variety of graphic formats such as JPEG, PNG, TIFF, PDF, and more, and put them on a portable flash drive which can be plugged into the front USB port of the ScanPro3000. You cannot save scanned images to the computer itself, so if you wish to capture your scans digitally, bring along a portable USB flash drive of your own. Please make sure that your flash drive has sufficient space to store your images, as digital captures can sometimes be surprisingly large. You can contact the library staff at the service desk if you need help saving the files. Next, you will need to log on to the ScanPro3000 station, if library staff have not done so for you already. The password required is one that library staff will need to enter for you. After you have logged onto the station, double-click the red PowerScan 3000 icon near the top of the screen. If you get this error message, this means that the ScanPro3000 unit is not turned on. If it is turned on, apparently the software is not recognizing it. Feel free to turn it off and back on with the power switch on the back of the machine. When the program opens on your computer screen, you will see the Film Wizard window, where you will be asked to click on the picture that matches the type of film or fiche that you intend to use. Choose the appropriate form of the microfilm reel or microfiche sheet. Nearly all of the library's microfilm reels are of the 35mm format, so for the purposes of this tutorial, I will click on the icon for the 35mm roll. If you think you have made a mistake in the format you have selected, you can select the Film Selection Wizard icon from most other screens that you will see while using this unit. This ScanPro3000 is equipped with a convenient Auto Carrier, also known as Auto Load, feature. When you first selected the 35mm tray, the tray should have already extended from the unit. If it hadn't, then click the Eject button for the ScanPro3000 to extend the tray into the load position. You can manually pull out the tray, but you will get a warning message recommending that you use the Auto Carrier feature. We strongly recommend letting the machine do most of the work for you. When fully extended, the load tray should have the glass plate centered in the open area so that the plate is not obstructed. The left-hand load spindle should have a metal extension on one side. Look at your microfilm reel and you will see a matching slot on one side of the center hole. Insert the reel so that the metal extension and the slot align. The film should come up over the top of the reel from left to right. Make sure to slide the reel all the way onto the spindle until it is fully loaded. When you begin to load the microfilm roll, a diagram showing the microfilm path will appear on the screen of the computer. Below where you slide the reel on, you will see two plastic rollers attached to the lower glass plate. Pull the film down, wrap it under the leftmost roller and over the next roller, before pulling the film across the central glass plate. Pull the film across between the two glass plates, feed the film across the opposite plastic rollers as shown in the diagram on the screen, and up and over the empty roll on the right side of the scanner. You will need to insert the loose end of the film into the slot on the take-up reel and manually spin that reel 2 full rotations until it has taken up enough film to remain stable. This may require more than one attempt. Here is the video diagram for reference. You can pause the video at any time to make sure you have the microfilm correctly loaded. Click the button marked Load, and the ScanPro3000 will automatically pull the tray back into the machine. Another option is to manually slide the tray all the way in yourself, but we recommend using the Load button. Here is a close-up showing the microfilm loaded and centered on the bright light, showing that it is ready for use. Please ask the library staff at the service desk for assistance if you have any difficulty in loading the microfilm. You next need to advance your film forward to the first image. Your film controls are at the bottom of the screen. This is an image of the Motorized film control bar. Here are the 6 different controls on the control bar. You've already seen the Load Eject button. Rewind. Double-clicking this button rewinds the microfilm, but can only be used when the tray has been extended and the glass plates are open. Fast Reverse. Clicking and holding this button rewinds the film when the glass is closed. Fast Forward. Click and hold this button to move the film forward when the glass is closed. Slider. Click and hold and drag the slider to the left or right of center to move the film slowly. The further the slider is dragged from center, the faster the film will move. You will need to practice using the slide controller to get a feel for the changes in the speed it controls. Scan Lock. Use with the slider when the glass is closed. When it is off, when the mouse button is released, the slider returns to the center and film movement stops. Note: Off is our recommended setting. When it is on, when the mouse button is released, the slider will not return to the center and film movement will not stop. Auto Frame Checkbox. When checked, it causes the film to stop when a complete image is positioned within the display, when Fast Forward or Fast Reverse are used. The green box on the screen indicates that portion of the image that will be printed or copied to your portable storage device. It defaults to a full page unless you manually alter it. The tabs and button icons on the bottom of the screen control various aspects of the scanning process. There are 4 tabs that help with specific functions. Please refer to the laminated card available to borrow from library staff for a complete description of each button's functions. Some buttons appear under more than just one tab. As stated earlier in this video, the Film Selection Wizard takes you back to the film selection page of this program. The Home tab includes such buttons as the magnifier, Spot Edit, and Previous Next buttons. The magnifier button, once clicked, causes a small blue outline box to appear on the screen, with the contents of that box also appearing in a small movable pop-up window, which magnifies the content at various magnification levels, making it easier to read. You can then click and drag that blue box to other parts of the screen to select what you wish to have magnified. The Spot Edit button allows you to highlight areas on the screen and fill them in with either blocks of black or white. The Previous Next button will cause the microfilm to back up or advance to the next page of the newspaper you are looking at. The Adjust tab takes you to a series of buttons that provide functions for making the microfilm easier to read. The ones you might use most are the Auto Adjust and the Film Orientation buttons. Once you've got your first image on screen, you'll notice that it appears to be out of focus. we recommend clicking the Auto Adjust button on the Adjust tab to optimize the initial appearance of the image. Most microfilm will move left and right in the view screen, but older microfilm reels may move up and down, and the Film Orientation button and Rotate 90 Degrees button will properly orient these types of film. The Zoom and Manual Straighten buttons are also useful for making incremental adjustments. The Brightness, Contrast, and Focus buttons may also help in making the image easier to read. Each has arrows for making minute changes in the view. Be patient, as each change will take a moment to be implemented on the screen. The Output tab shows you buttons that let you choose a location to either print or store your scans. One specialty button on this tab is Scan to Merge Clips, which allows you to combine, merge, and size scans to a single file, as well as giving you the option of adding an annotation. Before you print or scan any images, make any needed adjustments to the image using the Adjustment tab. Also make sure the entire image is visible on your screen within the green selection box. You can zoom in or out to adjust the size of the image on the screen. When you want to capture an image, you can adjust the green rectangle using either the corners or the sides as little drag bars to outline the portion of the image you wish to scan, save, or print. You have some flexibility in adjusting this box by right-clicking and dragging in from the four corners to customize what portion of the image you have selected. When you are ready to either print or scan a captured image, click on the Output tab. If you wish to simply print out your selected image, then double-check to make sure that the attached printer is turned on. The power switch is on the front of the printer. Click the Printer Number 1 button on the Output tab to print. Ignore all other printer choices. If you wish to save a digital scan, then plug your portable flash drive into the front USB port of the ScanPro3000. Then click the Scan to Drive to button on the Output tab. Ignore all other drive choices. In the window that then opens, use the drop-down menu that defaults to My Scans to select your flash drive, which should come up as Drive E. Once you have selected Drive E, you can even identify a specific folder on your flash drive in which to store the image or images. Under File Name, you can choose to give a specific name to your scan. And in the final drop-down menu at the bottom of the screen, you can select the format in which you wish to save your scan: JPEG, PNG, TIFF, PDF, or several others. The Output tab also offers an Optical Character Recognition (OCR) function for some documents, and a button for the AutoScan Pro, which will be the subject of a separate video tutorial at a later date. The fourth tab, Setup, is reserved for the setup of the ScanPro3000 software and is password protected and not available to library customers. Remember that more details about the ScanPro3000 can be found on the laminated cards, which you can request from staff at the service desk. When you are finished with the roll of microfilm, you can click the button marked Eject, and the tray with both attached reels will extend out of the machine and the top glass plate will lift up. Or you can manually pull the tray fully out of the machine as well, but we recommend using the Auto Carrier feature. Once extended, with the glass plate lifted, you can double-click the small, square Rewind button next to the Eject Load button, and the microfilm reel will fully rewind. Once rewound, you can remove the microfilm reel, rebox it, and return it to the library staff at the service desk for reshelving. To view a sheet of microfiche, most of the controls are the same, but there are a few key differences which we'll cover now. First, from the Film Selection Wizard screen, you will select the appropriate type of film, usually negative fiche sample. The tray with glass plates should automatically extend out of the ScanPro3000. The sheet of microfiche should be placed into the tray between the two glass plates, with the top of the sheet at the back of the tray and face down. Click the Load button to cause the tray to automatically retract into the unit. If the image on the monitor appears to be upside down or reversed, you can click the Eject button to reposition the sheet of microfiche and reload, or you can use the Mirror and Rotate 90 degrees buttons on the Adjust tab to manipulate the image into the proper orientation on the screen. To move around in the sheet of fiche that you are viewing, use the software's Virtual Grid. On the monitor screen, when you hover the pointer over the words Virtual Grid near the bottom, below the gray section, under the actual fiche image, a virtual grid box will appear, with a small plus symbol showing you the location you are currently viewing on the full sheet of fiche. You can then click anywhere on the grid to move the plus symbol and cause the ScanPro3000 to immediately jump to that portion of the sheet of fiche. It may take some practice in using this feature to see how far and how quickly you can jump. Most other controls, including those for printing and scanning to a digital storage device, are the same as those for microfilm. When you are finished with your current sheet of microfiche, you can either click the Eject button to cause the tray to extend out of the machine, or you can manually pull the tray out yourself. We recommend using the Eject button. Please try to avoid getting fingerprints on the glass plates when placing or removing microfiche sheets. Again, when finishing your microfilm or microfiche session on the ScanPro3000, please make sure that your images have been stored on your flash drive. No images can be stored on the computer itself. Images that are stored there will be removed overnight. Thank you for watching. If you have any additional questions about the use of the ScanPro3000 microfilm and microfiche scanning equipment, please stop at the service desk near the second floor microfilm station.